mass murder, but these monsters do keep the Halloween spirit alive. Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
The Rings is the stupidest fucking movie I ever saw in my fucking life. First of all, I gotta say some shit about The Rings. First of all, if you see a tape or some shit that say if you watch it you die, why the would I waste my time to watch a movie that say if you watch it you die?
Top 10 scariest horror movie
That's
villains.
crazy to me, bro. Alien? How the fuck is Alien scared? I mean, let's just... Oh,
before we begin,
okay.
We publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content.
Yeah, subscribe
For
to my
this
channel
list,
too.
we're taking a look at horror movie baddies that left their bloody marks on the silver screen.
I
and
know it
continue to
gotta be
plague
on
our nightmares.
Damn.
Number 10, The Entity, It Follows.
It could look like
I
someone
think I
you know.
watched this movie before. Yeah, I did
Or it could
actually.
be a stranger in a crowd.
I did.
Sexual intercourse almost always equals death in horror movies, and It Follows puts a clever spin on this familiar trope.
Fuck?
When college student Jay goes all the way with her boyfriend, they exchange more than just bodily fluids. Jay soon learns that her boyfriend has passed on to her a horrifyingly odd version of an STD.
Whoa.
A mysterious supernatural entity that only she can see.
What?
This creature thing relentlessly follows Jay wherever she goes.
So this nigga had sex when he passed on
won't
something?
stop
That's
until
crazy.
she's dead. Although the Force walks at a leisurely pace, the fact that it can assume any form it wants leaves Jay on guard at all times. The entity will also have the audience looking over their shoulders as they walk out of the theater.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Whoa,
you know what's better than a $5,000 PC?
That's crazy.
A $5,000 PC that costs $0. It's time.
Number
Bro,
9,
I will literally
Chucky,
be
the Child's Play franchise.
First of all, Chucky ain't even scared, bro. It just... He's not scary to me.
Hello, Andy.
Originally a human serial killer,
Oh,
Charles
it's
Lee
top
Ray
scary
uses his
horror.
last
Okay.
ounce of
Thought it was
strength
top
to
scary horror
transport his
movie.
soul into a good guy doll. From there, Chucky makes a game out of murdering people, all while trying to gain a new human host.
I would have
On
booted
the
his
one hand,
ass.
turning a toy doll into a horror movie monster might seem like a silly idea. Then again, we've all
Spice
come
this
across
shit.
dolls that just seem off, shedding unintentionally creepy vibes.
Amazing, isn't it?
Chucky is a possessed plaything that manages to find the right balance of
Chucky
both
is an
scary
evil
and
motherfucker.
self-aware.
Hey, who y'all think of winning,
Once
him or
you-
Leprechaun?
You've seen him. You'll
I think
never
Leprechaun
look at a
beat
Cabbage
Chucky
Patch
ass,
Kid
no
the
cap.
same way again. Number 8, Reagan McNeil, also known as Pazuzu, the Exorcist
I never saw
franchise.
this movie.
When we first meet Reagan McNeil, she's a shy, seemingly normal 12-year-old girl. This makes her transformation all the more jarring, as the demon Pazuzu
Oh,
takes
shit.
over her body.
Where's
I saw
Reagan?
this on a scary movie, but it was
In here
you know.
with us.
Between Linda Blair's haunting performance, Mercedes
She was just in the
McCambridge's
bed the whole
menacing
time,
voice,
so ain't
and
shit.
Dick Smith's ghastly makeup effects, Reagan set the standard for sinister little girls in film.
You know what she did?
What the fuck?
Your canting daughter?
When The Exorcist came out in 1973, she had audiences screaming in their seats and darting out of the theater. Decades later, Reagan still curdles our blood with her
No, it
spinning
was
head,
one that nigga was in the scary movie. He was actually hunching her
spider
ass,
walk,
like,
and
this shit was
green
funny.
vomit. Speaking of which, how many
Ugh.
Best Picture nominees can you think of that were actually equipped with barf bags for viewers?
Ew.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
Number 7, Candyman, the Candyman
that
franchise.
Be my victim.
From his spine-chilling voice to his dominating demeanor, to the hook that stands in for his hand, Candyman is like something out of a classic campfire story. As far as Helen Lyle's concerned, though,
Damn, it was
Candyman
sad
is
when she
nothing
died,
more
though,
than
no
an urban
cap.
legend.
Tonight our congregation shall witness a new miracle.
She has no qualms about saying his name 5
They
times into a
stupid.
meeting, which will supposedly summon the fiend. As you might expect, she made a huge mistake. What makes Candyman such a frightening foe is that he starts off largely grounded in myth, but soon emerges as the real deal. His tragic origins also give him
It
a
was sad when
surprising
she
degree
died, bro.
of
That's
depth.
crazy the way she
Torture
died,
and
bro.
racism sent
And
Candyman
he
down
missed her,
a vengeful
bro.
path.
The man missed her.
I came for you.
Number 6. Pinhead, the
Never saw this
Hellraiser
movie.
franchise.
I saw this like the face, but I never saw the movie.
It's a waste of good suffering.
Ironically,
fuck,
the
he got needles
Cenobite
all
leader
in his
isn't on
head?
screen
What
for
the-
that long in the original Hellraiser. He's not even referred to as Pinhead, a name the makeup crew came up with. Nevertheless, this Hell Priest went on to become this franchise's mascot, and for good reason. His design is one of the most distinctive in the horror genre, looking like a heavy metal punk
my
who got
God.
pierced by Satan himself.
This isn't for your eyes.
What's more, performer Doug Bradley brought an elegance to the role that just
Oh,
wasn't
look at
present
all
in
that
most slasher
needles
movie
in
villains
him,
at the time.
boy.
Director Clive Barker has cited Count Dracula
So I wonder
as
if
a
he
key
hit his head,
influence
would
for
it hurt
Pinhead,
him, like-
and he definitely shares a similar chilling je ne sais quoi.
We'll tear
I'll throw
your
a brick at his
soul
head.
apart.
Number 5. Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
Do you want to grow your YouTube channel?
my God,
Do you want to
these
earn
ads,
more
man.
views, more subscribers, more watch time?
What do you think about this shit?
American serial murderer Ed Gein has inspired numerous fictional serial killers, including this chainsaw-wielding madman. Likewise, Leatherface has influenced the slasher genre in more ways than we can count. With his towering body, power tool is a weapon of choice, and a mask
nigga
made from human
psycho as
skin.
fuck.
This cannibal's appearance alone is enough to strike utter dread into his victims. Granted, his personality and motivations aren't especially complex.
He could be
the
real, though.
character's simplicity
Leatherface
is
can be real, no
exactly
cap. He
why
can
he's so
be.
memorable.
Just put on a
All
mask.
we really need to know is that Leatherface
just,
won't stop
kill
pursuing his
motherfuckers, I
targets
guess.
until they've been slaughtered like barnyard animals. Hey, what do you expect from a guy that comes from such a messed up family?
You like this, Dave?
What the fuck?
Number 4. Freddy Krueger, a Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Are you there?
Even after this child killer is burned alive, he continues to
ew,
butcher
that's that
people
nigga
from
face.
beyond the grave, in the realm of dreams. With this power, he's able to prey upon his slumbering victims when they're at their most vulnerable and unsuspecting.
Please, God.
This is God.
Whereas some slasher villains hide behind a mask to show off his hideous face, along with his clawed glove, striped sweater, and brown
That
fedora.
nigga so damn ugly,
Freddy isn't
though,
the
bro.
silent type either, gleefully
bitch.
cracking jokes as he rips human beings apart.
Fuck the prime time, bitch.
In addition to having a way with one-liners, Freddy is also one of the most inventive villains in the history of
What the
horror.
fuck is that?
Always coming up with fresh and creative ways to dispose
Wait, what was
of
that?
teenagers.
Pick a pet for the rugrat, bitch.
Number 3,
Oh, it comes
It,
from my little
also
bitch.
known as Pennywise the Dancing Clown, It.
Hiya, Georgie.
It's debatable who was the best Pennywise overall, Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård. While Curry probably scored more laughs, Skarsgård brought the terror to a whole new level, which is what matters most on
Of
this
dumb,
list.
of dumb
As the
kids like
dancing clown
Georgie.
that torments
No
the children
offense
of
to
Derry,
Georgie, he was dumb.
Skarsgård sends
Okay,
a
he
shiver
was
down
dumb.
your spine from the
He
minute
was dumb.
Pennywise lures young Georgie
Just
into
saying,
a storm
bro.
drain.
Just saying, you know, he was dumb as hell for doing that shit. You know?
With an eerie voice and
Why would you
devilish
talk to
makeup
a clown
job, he is the
that's
stuff
in a
that
suit?
nightmares are made
Like,
of. Of course, he can also take on a variety of different forms, including a leper
I was
and
like,
a
Georgie, what
headless
the
boy.
F, bruh?
In any case, Pennywise knows how to sink his teeth into kids, literally, and feed
Stupid,
off
bruh.
their fears.
It was sad the way he died, bro.
Number 2, Jason Voorhees, the Friday
Oh,
the
shit,
13th
Jason,
franchise.
Scary.
Jason Voorhees is synonymous with Friday the 13th, both the day itself and the horror franchise of the same name. Interestingly enough, Jason wasn't the primary antagonist in the original
Whoa.
1980 classic. That distinction goes to his homicidal mother,
that's his
who
mom.
seeks retribution at Camp Crystal Lake decades after her son drowned.
Oh, my sweet, innocent Jason.
From the first sequel onward, however, Jason delivered the frights and later acquired his signature hockey mask and machete. Like Leatherface,
So just
Jason
put
can
some water
conjure
on
so
that nigga
much
or let
terror
that nigga be in
even
the
when
water,
given
he gonna be
very little
scared,
to work
bro.
with, cementing his place as one of the all-time greats. He's one foe you wouldn't want to cross paths with in the woods, or on a
That nigga
space
scared of
station for
water.
that matter.
So, hey.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Nigga, that should be number 1. Or Dead Silence, bro. Bad. I never saw that movie. Or Dead Silence, bro.
Number 1. Michael Myers,
Oh
the
my
Halloween
God.
franchise. The original Halloween opens from Michael Myers' perspective as he stabs his older sister to death.
Whoa.
While that's already horrifying, what truly shocks the audience is that Michael was only 6 years old at the time. If this troubled soul could commit these atrocities at such a young age, imagine what he could do as an adult. Well, jump ahead about 15 years, and Michael has evolved into the ultimate modern boogeyman. Armed with a knife, Michael is what Norman Bates would be if you took away all of his dialogue and gave him a mask that looked a little bit like William Shatner. And, as proven in 1982's unloved, Michael-less Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, the disturbed and seemingly unstoppable killer is what makes this franchise.
Oh, please.
He killed his family. He dead wrong for that. Nigga's stupid.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos